the peeps come and learn with us through scientific.
Hello, dear students. Our topic for today is all about stoichiometry, which is mole ratio. Under stoichiometry is mole ratio. This is your teacher, Andrew Famero from State University Laboratory Science High School. Okay, of course, stoichiometry is the study of the quantities of materials consumed and produced in chemical reactions. The first step in stoichiometry is identifying mole ratios. Using the balanced equation below, 3H2 plus N2 will yield 2NH3. That's a balanced equation. This equation says that 3 moles of H2 are stoichiometrically equivalent to 1 mole of N2 and 2 moles of NH3. The ratio of moles of H2 to moles of NH3 is 3:2. The ratio of moles of N2 to moles of NH3 is 1:2, or 3 moles of H2 is to 1 mole of N2. Mole ratio is 3, H2 is to 1 N2, or 3:1. 3 moles of H2 is to 2 moles of NH3, or the mole ratio is 3H2 is to 2 NH3, or 3:2. 1 mole of N2 is to 2 moles of NH3, or the mole ratio is 1 N2 is to 2 NH3, or 1:2. We have the next slide as exercises. Using the balanced equation below, give the mole ratios of the reaction. 2KClO3 will yield 2KCl plus 3O2. Okay, the answer is 2 moles of KClO3 is to 2 moles of KCl. 2 moles of KClO3 is to 3 moles of O2. So this particular topic will be explained to you in Tagalog so that you will understand more. So the next video that I will be showing to you is a clearer explanation of the mole ratio for you to understand more. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, let us first solve the mole ratio. We have the reaction 3H2 plus N2 will yield 2NH3. So in order to solve for the mole ratio, we should look first for the coefficient. We have the coefficient 3 before H2, and in N we have 1. Kapag wala siyang coefficient, automatic 1, and we have here 2. Okay, so the mole ratio for this is this one. 3 moles of H2 is to 1 mole of N2. So 3 is 1, the coefficient. 3 moles of H2 is to 1 mole of N2. 1 mole of N2. Another one is this. 3 moles of H2. 3 moles of H2 is to 2 moles of NH3. This one, 3 moles of H2 is to 2 moles of NH3. And we have also this one, 1 mole of N2 is to 2 moles of NH3. 1 mole of N2 is to 2 moles of NH3. 2 moles of NH3. Okay. So this can also be vice versa. Pwedeng baliktarin. So 3 moles of H2 is to 1 mole of N2. Or pwedeng 1 mole of N2 is to 3 mole of H2. Pwedeng ganyan. Another one is 3 mole of H2 is to 2 mole of NH3. 2 mole of NH3. Or 2 moles of NH3 is to 3 moles of H2. 3 moles of H2. 1 mole of N2 is to 2NH3. 2 moles of NH3 or 2 moles of NH3 is to 1 mole of N2. Okay? So that's one example. Another one. We have another example. We have the last example. Okay, here it is. So take a look at this. Tingnan maigi.
Okay, so H2H2 2H2 plus O2 will yield 2 moles of water. 2 moles of H2 plus 1 mole of O2 will yield 2 moles of water. So, ito yung mga coefficient niya. And then we have also 1 here. Pag walang coefficient, automatic 1. And then 2. Okay, 2 moles of H2O. So, our mole ratio here is 2 moles of H2 is to 1 mole of O2 is to 1 mole of O2. Another one, 2 moles of H2 is to 2 moles of H2O. 2 moles of H2, I'm sorry, ito pala H2, is to 2 moles of H2O. And then we have also this one, 1 mole of O2 is to 2 moles of H2O. Okay, so 1 mole of H2 is to 2 moles of H2 or vice versa, or pwedeng baliktad. 2 mole of H2 is to 1 mole of O2, or 1 mole of H2 is to 2 moles of H2. We have 2 moles of H2 is to 2 moles of H2O, or 2 moles of H2O is to 2 mole of H2. And then 1 mole of H2, I'm sorry, this one is 1 mole, this is not H2, this is O2. 1 mole of O2, 1 mole of O2 is to 2 moles of H2O, or 2 moles of H2O is to 1 mole of O2. Okay? So, gets nyo na? Did you understand? Okay.